Okay, so in the last video, we handled the Explore head section and the Explore section. Now we're going to work on the create and the share, which is pretty much the same thing. We just have some different backgrounds. The image will be switched with the text on the create and stuff like that. So we'll be able to do both because we can actually just copy what we've done with the Explore head and the Explore. So I'm going to grab both of these whole sections and copy. And we'll go down and paste that in, and let's just change this to create head. We're going to change the ID to create head section. We want to change the H1 to create. Okay, we can leave the text, that's fine. We can leave the find out more. I do want to change the button to outline light. And I also want to add a background color to this section. Instead of just having the regular body's dark background, we're going to say class, and we're going to add BG dash primary. We're going to make it a blue background. Okay, so now we'll go down to here, and let's change this to create section. We'll change this ID to create section. And I'm going to remove the BG light and the text muted. So all I want is the padding. And then down here, we're actually going to switch the image I want on the right. So I'm going to move it down here. Actually, you know what we could do is we could just, I didn't even think of this, but we could do order 2 and order 1. I didn't think of that in the first place, but we'll try that out, see if that works. And then as far as the image goes, it's called create section 1, so we just want to change that. We still want it to be rounded, fluid, all that stuff. We'll change the H3 here to, let's see, it's going to say create your passion. And then we can leave the checks and the text and stuff. That's all going to be the same. So let's save that and see what it looks like. So where are we? Right here. If we go down, good. So you can see that the image is now over here. Initially, I was just going to switch the markup, but even better, we didn't have to do that. We could just use the order classes. I don't know why that didn't dawn on me before. Now, one thing we want to do here is if we look at the icons, we want it to kind of match the rest of these with the background here. So we want to actually give it a light background. Since this whole background is dark, the icons should have a light background with a dark check. So we'll add that to our CSS. So let's go to style CSS. We'll go right below here. We can actually copy this and change this to create section. Make the background light or white. Make the color, let's see, for the color, I'm actually going to make it the blue. So let's do, actually, let's see, home section, FAS. You know what might work is just, instead of creating a whole new block here, we'll just add it here. And then we don't need this. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's good. So you can see some of this stuff I'm actually doing as I go along, and I know some people might want a complete cookie cutter tutorial where every single thing is planned out, but sometimes you realize things along the way that make things better, and I like to do that within my videos and courses, just because that's kind of the natural way of doing things. The same reason why sometimes you'll see me leave in errors, you'll see me leave in little mistakes here and there, as long as it's nothing huge and anything that takes a long time to realize or fix. I like to just kind of keep that stuff in, so hopefully some of you guys can appreciate that. But yeah. So now what we want to do is the share section, the head and the regular section. So let's go back to our HTML and let's copy the, not the create, we're going to copy the explore because it's more formatted like that as far as the order goes of the columns. So we're going to grab that and I copied the head, explore head, and the explore section, and then we'll go all the way down here and paste that in. And this is going to be the share head. So we'll change this to share. And let's see, what else are we going to do here? Let me just take a look at, let's take a look at the final one. So share should also have a blue background. Okay, so it's going to have a blue background. However, the share main content will have the light background. So what we want to do is, whoops, we want to add the BG primary for the head. Like that. And then let's change this H1 to share. And then this stuff, I just want to change the outline to the light, and that should be it for the head. Now for the section here, let's change the comment to share. We'll change the ID to share section. Let's see, as far as the background, we'll keep that as light, text muted. The image, of course, needs to change, so that's going to be called share section 1. And keep all this stuff. We just want to change this H3 right here. So we'll say share what you create. And then this stuff can stay the same, the deflex with the check boxes. And that should do it. So let's save and let's take a look. Let's see, I'm getting mixed up with what is the new one and what's the old one. So we got create, and now we have share, and down here we have this part, which is light. Good. So that's what we want. All right, so we're almost done with this theme. All we have left to do is the footer, which is very simple. We also want a contact modal that we can click and have a little contact form show up. And then we just want to implement Scroll Spy. Right now, we can actually click Explore. It takes us to that, create, and share. Well, we don't have enough room to actually bring this all the way up, but you can see that those work. But I do want the smooth scrolling, so we will also implement Scroll Spy along with that. Remember that jQuery code that we did that gives us that smooth scrolling effect. Okay, so that's it. I will see you in the next video.